Welcome to your Tuesday Tech News Update, everybody. I am Robert Rosenfeld, and welcome back to The Lowdown. This is the show that breaks down the top stories of the tech world and gives you guys the info that you really need to know. Today, we're learning more about the specifics on those 3 new iPhone models launching soon. Also, Fortnite is slowly rolling out to many Android devices, though there's some hoops that you're going to have to jump through to get things all up and running. I'll tell you about that. And we may finally be getting a new budget Apple laptop this fall to replace that really old MacBook Air. Let me break this all down. Let's talk about all these rumors. Here's the lowdown. Like I just mentioned, we're learning more about that trio of new iPhone models launching this fall, and it looks like Apple may finally be moving closer to building an iPhone that officially supports a stylus as one of its new flagship features. We're hearing reports that the newer premium models of the iPhone, and maybe even that budget model, will have Apple Pencil support similar to the newly refreshed iPad and the older iPad Pro models. Reports are also indicating that Apple's lower-end iPhone model would come with a starting price tag between $699 to $749, and even that updated iPhone X may be $100 cheaper this time around than the current model, available at $899 instead of the starting price tag of $999 that we have now. But that's just the beginning. We're also hearing rumors that a 512 gigabyte storage option is available for the higher-end iPhone models. No pinpoint on price just yet, but I'm sure a next-gen iPhone X Plus with 512 gigs of storage is gonna cost a pretty penny, though many users will definitely appreciate that extra local storage space. Apple is ramping up production on all 3 of the iPhone models right now, and we could see an announcement coming in just a matter of weeks. We're hearing right now maybe the week of the 14th in September, maybe the time we see these new iPhones. Fortnite is slowly making its way from Samsung devices to a wide range of Android phones and tablets, but there's some work you're gonna need to do to get things up and going. The cross-platform Battle Royale game is available on many Android devices, though you're gonna wanna double-check Epic's website to make sure your device is compatible. And because Epic Games is bypassing the Play Store for their own installer, it's a bit tricky to get the game up and running. You can currently sign up for the Fortnite Android beta waiting list on Epic's website, and you can log in with the account you're currently using to play Fortnite or create a new one. And after a few days of waiting, you should receive an official invite that you can use to register and download the Fortnite installer onto your device, and you'll be ready to go and play, though you'll need to keep that installer on your device because that's the way the game is going to stay up to date. Users have begun getting their invites, so it looks like the beta is beginning to roll out to more and more users on more and more devices, though you may still need to wait a few days. And things are of course a bit easier if you own a Samsung device. Just head to the game launcher and search Fortnite, and you can start playing right now. And Apple may be working on a low-cost laptop that would finally replace that aging MacBook Air. Insiders and rumors have been reporting for months that Apple is working on a lower-cost entry-level machine that would debut sometime this fall, and those rumors have picked up again after a little bit of a lull. We don't know a whole lot about this machine right now, not a lot of specs, not even an initial starting price point, but honestly, almost anything would be better than the current barrier to entry of Apple laptops right now, the lower-end MacBook Air, that's honestly largely been unchanged since it was released 10 years ago. We can speculate that it'll probably have a lower-end but much newer Intel processor, a Retina display, and maybe even a refreshed look to more mirror the design of the MacBook and the MacBook Pro. And speaking of the MacBook, it was long rumored that it would become the replacement to the MacBook Air, dropping in price point to be Apple's newest entry-level machine, but that has not seemed to happen yet in the past few years, and the MacBook still sits at a relatively expensive starting price tag of $1299. We may see this new budget Apple laptop launch sometime this fall, and I want to ask you guys these series of questions. What would you guys like to see? I'm really curious. What kind of design? What kind of screen size? Ports? Specs? And of course, remember that this is Apple's idea of lower end and Apple's definition of budget, so what do you guys think a realistic starting price point would see, and would you pay it? Leave a comment down below and let us know, and better yet, send us a video message on Twitter or Instagram for your chance to be featured on the next episode of The Lowdown. And on the last episode of Lowdown, we talked all about the new products from Samsung Unpacked, and without getting in between the Note 9 wars in the comments down below, I liked what Dick B had to say. He said this: "A Bixby speaker, an incredible amount of chutzpah on the part of Samsung, introducing a speaker based on a software feature that few Samsung owners care about, other than how it can be disabled." Bixby may not be very loved by many users out there, and rightfully so, but I do have to give Samsung credit for at least building something to take on Apple, Amazon, and Google. More products from these companies means more competition, and no matter your smart assistant of choice, more products and more competition ultimately lead to better products for everybody. That is your lowdown for today, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. Before you end this video, be sure to, again, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that bell so you're notified about upcoming videos so you do not miss anything. And if you're from the notification squad, leave a comment down below and let us know. Thank you guys for watching this episode of The Lowdown. I'll see you back here on Thursday.